Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Samantha. Please like this video if you enjoy it and subscribe. There is a bell. Please hit that bell so you can get notified of any future uploads, which I usually upload every Wednesday around 5 p.m. And I wanted to try out some, well, not try out, but play with some E.L.F. Products. So like I have this hot jalapeno bite-sized eye palette that I wanted to try out. I'm normally not one for color, but I saw this and I was just like, I had to try it. So I wanted to give that a shot. And I also got some of the Putty bronzer. I have tan lines and feeling shady, and I thought that would be a good contour shade. So I wanted to give that a try, and then also the cream blush. Alright, so as usual, I went off and did an eye look off camera to see what I would like. And this is what I came up with. I'm going to start with the eye putty primer and just apply that all over. So far I've been liking this as a primer. It really seems to be helping my shadows stay on, which is the whole purpose. I'm pretty sure it even comes in another color as well, but don't quote me on that. Alright, so now that that's on, I'm going to start with this lighter matte shade of green, and I'm going to apply that into the crease and a little bit on the right above it. I'm going to go into the next matte shade, which is this darker green, and I'm going to apply that to the outer corner and just a little bit into that crease as well. I'm going to go back in with the first brush, and I'm not adding any extra color, and I'm just going to blend the two together a little bit. Using my finger, I'm going to pick up this green shimmer shade, and I'm going to apply that to the 2/3 of the inner lid. And I'm just going to pat it on. I find that using your fingers for shimmers is better than a brush. I'm then going to pick up this golden shade and apply it just to the middle of the eye, just to make it shimmer a little bit more. I'm going to go back into the dark green and just go on the outer third again and just make sure that they're blended. And then again back into the first green shade brush. I didn't apply anything else, and I'm just going to blend. I also have this Gleam Beam palette. It's a bunch of highlights, and I'm going to use this top middle one right here and just apply that to the brow bone for right now. For mascara today, I like to mix my mascaras. I'm not really sure why, except for the fact that quite simply, I feel like they look better when they're mixed together. So my favorite combo is the Sky High, Maybelline Sky High, then the Essence, and then another coat of the Maybelline Sky High. So 3 layers together. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that, and I'll be right back. I'm going to do the Instant Lift Brow Pencil by E.L.F. as well. This is one of my favorite drugstore brow pencils, followed by the LA Girl. I just like the color and how easy they are to apply. Okay, so my eyes are cleaned up. I've got a trio of the Putty primers just because it's such a good deal. So if you want to try them out, it's $10 for 3. I got them at Target, I believe, or Walmart, one of the two. It comes with Luminous, Matte, and the Poreless Putty Primer. I think I'm going to try the Luminous today. And I also have the Putty Primer brush. So I'm going to scoop that out and apply it around the face. I think it looks a little bit more luminous. I'm pretty sure there's a shimmer. I'm not sure you can see. yeah, there's definitely a shimmer. And of course I'm going to use the E.L.F. Camo. I have been enjoying this foundation. Been using it for quite a while, off and on. I do prefer to apply foundation with a brush first and then go in with a beauty blender. Or not beauty blender, but a sponge, a beauty sponge. And I have the E.L.F. beauty sponge as well. And when I use the sponge, I like to put just a little bit on the back of my hand and pick it up with the blender. And by the way, my shade is light 240W. As you can tell, my chest matches. However, my arms are a little bit darker, but I still like to match it to my neck. I'm going to use the E.L.F. 16-Hour Camo Concealer Matte Primer as well. Matte Finish, excuse me, concealer as well. This shade is way too light for me, but I'm going to make it work. And I'm just using it where I want to lighten up. I'm going to use the back of the beauty blender. I keep calling it a beauty blender. The back of the sponge. If you've tried the hydrating concealer, let me know what you think down below. I'm really interested in it, but I'd rather wait until I'm done with this one. My under eyes could definitely use the hydration. Because even with the matte, you can tell that it's really hard to blend in for me because my under eyes are so dry. Let's go into the cream bronzers. So I'm going to start with this one, which is Feelin Shady. It looks like a really good contour shade for me. I'm going to use a contour brush. I'd say that works pretty well for a contour for me. If you're near my skin tone, this is nice. I love how easy it is to blend. And it just adds a nice shadow. I love cream products. I'm not sure if you've noticed that from my channel. Or at least my Instagram shows that. Alright, so let's go into the next Putty bronzer. And that one is in Tan Lines. And I think this would be a good bronzer for me. So I have the Putty blush brush. I'm going to try that with the bronzer and then the blush. I really like that. Look how natural that looks. And how easy it is to blend. This is why I like creams. I'm going to put some on the top of my forehead as well. That was so easy to blend. With that little sun-kissed glow. I really like that bronzer. This isn't, again, in Tan Lines. I really, really like this. So if you like cream, I would highly recommend checking out their Putty bronzers. Putty bronzers? Yeah, Putty bronzers. This is the Putty blush, and if it's like the bronzer, then I'm sure I'm gonna love it. Like I said, I love cream. Love cream. It's so easy to use. Ooh. Let's tap some of that off. Oh, that's pretty. It is so easy to use. Oh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. And it looks like skin, if that makes sense. That is so pretty. I'm already a huge fan. I'm interested to see how long it wears, because usually cream doesn't last as long all day unless you set it with a powder. You can build it up or not apply as much. It's completely up to you. That is a very pretty color. This is what it looks like in the pan. It looks very intimidating, but it's not. It blends so well. I love that. I kind of want to apply it on the nose a little bit. Just for a little color. Guys, I am in love with these Putty products. The bronzers and the blush. These are awesome. I would highly recommend these so far, based on first impressions. I'm in love. I know they have different colored blushes and also the bronzers, but obviously the two color bronzers for me work really well. Let me know if you've tried them below and what shade you are. But these bronzers, I would love to try more of their colors. And they're $5 each, which is such a great deal. It's gonna last a long time. You don't need that much product. So really, really, really love those. I'm excited. I have a little bit of setting powder I want to try out. It's the Halo Glow setting powder, also by E.L.F. I heard some good reviews about this, and I figured let's just give it a shot. So I'm only going to set the areas that I normally set, which would be here. My jawline, and my T-zone. I like that the sifter, you can close it off, so if you're traveling, you don't have to worry about it spilling. So I'm just gonna put it in the cap. The only issue is I'm getting it everywhere because I'm clumsy. I mean, it looks good on the skin. I'm gonna go ahead and set that with the E.L.F. setting spray just to get rid of that powdery look. I love this spray. It has such a good mist. It's just so good. It's not one of those aggressive misters. It's the perfect mist in my opinion. And I'm just gonna tap that in. I just realized I didn't set my under eyes. So I'm gonna get a little bit more of that powder and I'm gonna use it on my under eyes. So I'm gonna use my damp blender and I'm just gonna push that in. I think between the matte concealer and then the setting powder, it's a little too much for my under eyes because they look pretty dry right now. You can see. And it's really settling into my fine lines. I'm gonna go back into that middle highlight right there and I'm gonna go in the inner corners of my eyes. I think it's such a pretty inner corner. And I will go up into the crease. Look at the difference. Inner corner, no inner corner. I think I'm gonna run that along the bottom lash line a bit. All right, let's finish off the bottom of the eyes. And I'm gonna go in with the lighter matte green and just run that along the bottom lash line. I think I'm going to add a little bit more of the dark green to the outer third, as close to the lash line as I can get. And then back in with the lighter green to blend and smoke that out a little bit more. I think I'm going to add a little bit more of, I don't know, maybe I'll do the green shimmer on the bottom lash line as well, close to the inner third, or the center I should say, sorry. Oh yeah. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the gold, but in the center of that green. Alright, let's finish that off with some mascara. I'm going to use the Essence Lash Princess, which is another one that I used on the top lashes. I have the Jen Atkins lip color in Self-Made Pink. And it has a liner on one side and then the lip color on the other. Hopefully this goes. liner went on really well. It's a nice cream. On the other side, you have the lip color. It looks really pretty. You can see it sticking together. It's so matte, but it's still beautiful. It's a beautiful color. I forgot to apply my highlight, so I'm going to use this middle shade right here and apply that to the high points of the face. Oh, that's pretty. I still prefer a cream highlight, but this is pretty. The last thing I have is the Wow Brow by E.L.F. I have used this a long time ago, and I know I liked it. And I like it just to define the brows. And there's today's look. I really like the way it came out. I liked a lot of the products. The only thing I would say is I would like to try a different color and the hydrating formula of the concealer. I'm not sure about the powder, but maybe I would try it again. Not maybe. I would try it again with the hydrating Camo Concealer to see if it reacts the same way. Or maybe I just can't set my under eyes. I absolutely love the cheek putty blushes. This worked so well. So I would highly recommend checking this out and all the other colors that they have. So even if this isn't the color for you, they have other shades. But don't be intimidated by what's in the package, because look at that. It's a very natural, easy to wear color. And then as far as the putty bronzers go, I love them as well. They're very easy to blend out. And like I said, if you look close, you may be able to find a shade that can work as your contour as well. The only bad thing about these putty colors is that they don't have the names anywhere on them. So I wish they would have the name on it. The putty primers, I'm not too sure yet. I want to see how it wears. Like I said, I tried the Luminous today. I mean, it looks dewy, but I don't know yet. I want to play with them some more and see what I think. I've been playing with the Putty eye primer and I love it. It's really helped my eyeshadow to stay on longer. And speaking about eyeshadow, I love the way this came out. I think it's bold, something I would never have chosen myself, but it's fun. And I think you can do quite a few different looks with this and make it even wearable. You could just do the one shimmer all over and then kind of dust that out or blend that out, and it would be a really pretty look. So I would definitely check these out. They have multiple color palettes. And I do have one other one that I've tried and I love. It's a very neutral one. Highly recommend those. I believe it was $3 as well. So for $3, it's not bad. It's really good. I mean, it's so easy to blend. They're very pigmented. Highly recommend them. You can't go wrong with E.L.F. The Camo CC cream is one that I've been using for a while, and mine's a mess, as you can tell. I don't use it all the time. I still prefer to use cream foundation, which is right here. But when I play with other foundations, this is my go-to, and I really like it. It wears nicely. Oh, the Jen Atkins lip color. I mean, it's a pretty color. If you like matte lips, I would try this out, but it is really drying. Really, really drying. So maybe with a lip gloss on top of it, but I'm sorry, I think I would pass. It's just too matte for me. So, and there's other colors that I prefer, even matte, like my Bare Essentials. This is a matte color, but it feels more hydrating on the lips, and this does not. This feels kind of drying to me. So I would pass on that lip color. The Wow Brow, that's a brow that I've always enjoyed. Same with their brow pencil. I've always enjoyed this combo. So that's a go for me. Oh yeah, I also had this highlighter palette, and I like this, but again, this to me is more for my inner corner and my brow bone. I prefer cream highlights, but for a powder highlight, I did enjoy this. The E.L.F setting spray, love, absolutely love. The mister is amazing, and yeah, I would definitely recommend checking this out. This is a really affordable product line. So if you're looking for affordable makeup and you just want to play around, dabble, go to your local Walmart, your local Target, and I believe even Dollar Tree and Dollar General carry some E.L.F products as well. You can't go wrong with E.L.F. There's so many wonderful products for really inexpensive. So definitely check them out. I hope you guys have a wonderful week wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye.